Hello everybody, Elites Bricks here, bringing you a Mega Bloks Halo review. Today we have the Brute Chopper Raid. This set has 221 pieces, 2 minifigures, and an awesome build. This, not really a build, but an awesome build here. Let's get right into the figures, which to me are the highlight of the set. So, here we go. So here are the 2 minifigures included in this set. We've got a Covenant Brute Captain, which is a bit weird because I will show you on the box now. They show it as a purple Brute, and it's not that color at all. Kind of weird, but I would have preferred that one. But not a big deal. This is a big deal figure, and this one's an even bigger deal figure. So I'm going to start with this one, get that one out of the way. So here we have the Covenant Brute Captain, and why is this a big deal, you may ask? Because it is my first Brute, and one of the first sets available to come with the new super articulated Brute figure. Yeah. So, all the armor is removable, and, kind of a con on this, but, I'll show you why in a minute. And really, the only thing that changes with the super articulated figures are the arms, but they make the figures a lot bulkier. That's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take all of this armor off, so I'm gonna do that, and I'll be right back. So here we have a naked Brute. Ooh, I forgot to take off this piece, but it's not a big deal, really. Just the waist armor. Very simple, and that's all. That's the only thing. Actually, I think the legs might be standard on this, but they will not work with these pieces will not work with other figures because of the way they're shaped. But this is pretty much a completely new body design. The upper arms are the same, and the upper legs, I believe, are the same, but everything else on here is new, and that is cool. I like that. So how these change, I'm going to make a video specifically comparing old figures to new ones, because I think now Mega Bloks has upgraded every type of figure in their library. So we've got super articulated Brutes. It started with Spartans, and we've got we got the Elites last year, and actually Grunts came first with their upgrade. That was cool. This is the last one to get its upgrade, most likely for the release of Halo Wars 2 next year. And it's cool. I like it. The head, I think, is the only part, and I complain about heads on every single one of my videos that have heads. It's really, really bland. It kind of looks like a lump. I tried to add some white paint on the teeth, and that helps it pop. I'm thinking about doing a custom paint on the head, but I don't quite know how to go about that yet. So I want to find a base to do it on, like a concept image of an unhelmeted Brute that's not Tartarus. So yeah, other than that though, I mean, like, when you have the helmet on, it's not a big deal. It actually looks pretty good. I love the helmet roll, I love all the armor rolled, but this chest piece, they did not do the 2-part, so it cracked very, very easily. In fact, when I was putting it on, it just bent it up a little bit, and it cracked. So I'm probably gonna glue that together so it doesn't fall apart, but I wanted to show it for the video because that's a pretty big con, and that's why I absolutely love the back and front, because I've never had one of those fall apart. I can't get it apart right now, but the back and front armor that the Spartans, Elites, and that's it. Just Spartans and Elites have it. But the Spartans and Elites, they have armor that comes together on the back and front, and it doesn't come over their head. It doesn't break nearly as easy as something like this does. And like with the Marines, it was a fairly soft plastic. This is a very hard plastic, probably harder than this. The same plastic they use for the armors on the Spartan. It doesn't stay together too well. And that's kind of a big con. I'm just going to glue that back together though, so not a big deal. With the shoulder armor, same standard shoulder armor as Spartans, Elites, Destiny figures now, so if you want to make some crazy mix and match, pop and swap with a Spartan and a Brute, or an Elite and a Brute, or something and something, that would work. So all the Halo figures have standard armor on the shoulders. The legs and waist are also all the same, but Lego, based on what comes here for the legs, basically Lego bases the size of the armor that will go on here based on this piece. So like, say for the Brutes, you have very specialized size on this, so it would not really work that well with a Spartan or a Sangheili Elite. So yeah, not disappointing. I mean, don't know why you'd want that on there. And for his weapon, you just get a standard Mauler. Yeah, so that is the new superposable Brute. I will make a completely separate video discussing the differences between the originals of, I'll start with Spartans, then I'll make a video on the Sangheili, and then one for the Brutes. I don't remember their race name. Let's get on to Cat. So, this figure is a figure I have waited, basically, let's see, only yeah, three years to have, basically, because 3 years ago they came out with George, I think, not the superposable one, but the original one, and I had the original George, and Cat, I think, came right after that. I don't know, I don't remember the order that they came out in, but they had the original not super articulated figures, and they were good, but they weren't great. And then they came out with super articulated 2 years ago. This is its third wave, and they made June, Emil, and Carter, and I got those right away. In fact, I had 2 of each of them. Then last year they had Noble 6, which was a really great figure. I'm going to make a video on the set he comes in, and George. And George is not that great, but I'm not reviewing that stuff. Finally, after this is its 3rd year of superposable articulation, we get Cat, and this figure is long overdue. But it is absolutely fantastic. They really did a great job of capturing the figure. It has the white stripe, you just have everything. They did the robot arm, which sadly can't move in any way except swivel at the elbow. Usually, I mean, the joint is simulated there, but it must have been for a stability issue. And this is the Terminator arm, but I mean, they did this figure so well, and it's on the really exaggerated female body, but it isn't that noticeable on here because it's so bulky, because that's how Spartan 3s were. The head, although it is very bulky, can move a fair amount to the sides, but really can't go up that much. That's about it. As if anything else, the head will just pop off. Yeah, not too much more to say about this figure other than it's absolutely beautiful and long overdue. I think this one should have come out last year with the other 2, 3. Cool. Yeah, just really a great figure, and mostly the reason I bought this set so soon. I saw it at Toys R Us yesterday, and if it didn't have Cat, I probably wouldn't have bought it yet. So yeah, let's get on to the build. Here we go. So I'm going to start off for the build. I'm not going to show you actually what turned out to me to be the best part of the set and actually tops the figure. But it comes with the bubble shield, very cool. Not a new mold, but it feels a bit sturdier than it used to be. I've not had one of these since 2012, so obviously it's going to be better. But they do give you this piece that is the stand, or the generator for the shield, but it doesn't have a stand, so that peg piece right there that comes down through the middle, it's a little bit further down than the other 4, so this piece would actually be a lot better if it didn't have that, and I'm thinking about cutting that out, but I might not. I don't know. But yeah, you can just stand Cat here up in the middle of the bubble shield. Very cool. I like getting stuff like this to rival the main build. So yeah, that's that for that. This is really cool. This is the third Brute Chopper that Mega Bloks has made, and this is the third one that I have owned. I have had all three. Neither of the older ones are together because they're both garbage. They could not stay together. They were built very poorly. The parts quality was awful when those were both released, I think 2012 and 2009. Very, very old sets. We've not got one of these for 3 or 4 years, and this is the best one we have gotten yet by far. First of all, it's the most accurate. It is, the front wheel is much larger. You have the swivel in here. I love that. I mean, you can really get some cool poses out of this thing. It rolls very nicely. It's got that. Yeah, that's awesome. And this is a really, really odd thing to comment on, but it is really sturdy. I've dropped this 3 times now by accident every time, and all that popped off was maybe these pieces and the figure. The figure would fall apart sometimes, but his legs would pop off because of the way he sits on there, which is the Brute. But yeah, it's very, very sturdy, and that is good, especially for a set that you'd be rolling around and probably crashing into things. It's a really, really great set. Not great for modern Halo era stuff. I mean, like, there aren't a lot of vehicles to do, so I like seeing this, and I'm sure it's going to be in Halo Wars 2. I've not really been following content releases and like leaks and whatever for Halo Wars 2 because I'm honestly not too excited for it, but I love getting new Brutes because Halo 2 is the best Halo game, so cool to see Brutes in the new form. And look at that, probably could get him in a better pose on here. There we go, the Brute Chopper with the Brute on it. It looks really good. Not much else to say on this set. It's like every other Mega Bloks set, very, very heavily a display model. There's no shooty things. It does have the simulated guns on here because Mega Bloks, I think, is more of a model builder company than a toy company, and that's what this is. It would look fantastic in a diorama, but it also, I mean, just on a shelf like this with, on a shelf like that, with the bubble shield, and like, I don't know, it's a really, really great set. So I'm gonna get on to the final thoughts for this, but kind of already said them. So yeah, let's get into that. So on to the final thoughts for this set. I just propped it up with the Brute's little figure stand because it looks kind of cool. Let's just get that down. This set is probably, surprisingly to me, one of my favorite Halo sets to date, and I have gotten most of the Halo sets. In fact, the only ones I don't buy are the ones that aren't like main retail exclusives, because those tend to be more expensive. But this is a really, really great set. And if you were on the fence about getting it or want it just for Cat, like I did originally, I am so happy I got it because I like this vehicle more than I like this figure, and this figure is absolutely fantastic. So, oops. That should be a pretty good indicator of how great this set is. So yeah, for 20 bucks, and I'm sure it will be cheaper within 2 months. With sales and whatever, and maybe even on Amazon it'll be 16, I don't know. Great set. Definitely pick it up if you were thinking about it or not thinking about it. So yeah, that is it for this set. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.